Hi there, Tanya Gonzalez Ortega here. Welcome to Reignite Your Life. I'm so happy that you're here. At this point, you should have received the Crystalline Energy System activation. And if you haven't, please reach out and I'll make sure that that gets sent out to you. So in this first video lesson, we're going to talk about your true yes and no and what that means and why it's important. So part of being an empowered being is standing in your integrity, and that means that your thoughts, your words, your actions are all on the same page. And when you have people-pleasing tendencies and it's a chronic issue, what begins to happen over a long period of time is that you step out of integrity. So we know that what that looks like is basically you saying things but doing another, thinking certain things but saying something else, So people pleasing is a lot about getting your yeses and nos really confused. And also at times it can be attributed to being an empath, like really tuning in more to what other people's feelings and needs are than your own. And when you're a chronic people pleaser, you tend to say yes when inside you really want to say no, but you can't because you're afraid of disappointing others, letting other people down, etc., etc. And vice versa, saying no when you really mean yes. I can share a funny little story of me when, as a little girl. I remember my best friend, Christine, and I think this was in third grade, something like that, and we were talking about favorite colors. And she was asking me, well, what's your favorite color? And I said, well, my favorite color is yellow. In fact, I still remember that being my favorite color. I loved its brightness and radiance. And she said, oh, well, my favorite color is pink. And I kid you not, like in a split second, I said, oh, well, pink's my favorite color too, right? Like we say things just because we want to belong, because we want to please others, because we want to look in a certain way, in a certain light to other people. And we lose clarity, we lose connection to who we really are and what we really want to say and the choices that we really, really want to make. And those patterns, when they've started in childhood over time, become a big, big mess. And then we wonder why we are where we are in the present moment. So we're going to undo all of that programming and any negative beliefs that you're carrying around your true yes and no. So when we get really clear on what our true yeses and nos are, and we start expressing them, then how we experience life, how life unfolds, begins to take a different shape. And it begins to come more into alignment with who you really are. And so in this video, I want to talk about one technique or tool that you can use if you're struggling to know what is your true yes and no. So to get clear yeses and nos, we have to really be connected to our body. If we're stuck in our heads and stuck in our mind and in mental concepts, it's really hard to dive deep within and from a gut level make clear decisions. Our body knows inherently what resonates with us and what doesn't. And there's a way to bypass the thinking brain to get a clear yes and no. And one way to do that is through muscle testing. It's a really fun, easy technique that you can play around with. So the way you do it is, and this might seem strange, but I want you to try it out and trust me if you're not familiar with muscle testing. You take your non-dominant hand, so for me it's my left, and the other hand, and you link them, the two of them together, and you just say to your body, show me yes, and you try to pull your fingers apart. And for me, my fingers will not come apart, no matter how much pressure I put on. Then I ask, okay, body, show me no. And I cannot keep my fingers together. The non-dominant hand goes weak. So that's my yes, this is my yes, this is my no. And so when I ask you can start by asking simple questions like, um, is drinking coffee good for me? Yes or no? I get a no. But you know what? I drink it anyway. Shh.